Chicagoland Speedway. There's your leader, Thomas Scheckter, followed by Sam Horn as part of the Penske team. Dan Weldon, the current points leader. Tony Kanaan sits in fourth, and Dario Franchitti, we've got a big yellow coming into turn 4. All kinds of debris, and it's the 33, the back end. That is Ryan Briscoe, who initially qualified on the pole, and as Jamie Little reported, after an infraction to his car during post-qualifying, he was disqualified, sent to the back of the pack. And there you see it in one of the Red Bull Cheever drivers. Looks like maybe Patrick Carpentier exiting his car quickly.
Actually, you can see on the very underside what a ride that was. Remember we had last year with Buddy Rice getting airborne coming out of turn 2 when they touched wheels. And here's the situation. Briscoe going underneath. Barron trying to come down on the racetrack. They both are going for the same piece of real estate. And what ends up happening is those rubber tires touch, and then all of a sudden the car starts to go in the air. Remember, we're going 215 miles an hour. Look at all the debris that's going all around the racetrack. This will be a long cleanup time to make this all happen. And he's got to be thinking inside his cockpit right now. Inside his helmet.
Big crash! Major incident. Here is the replay of what happened. Brack on the high side of Thomas Scheckter down the backstretch. At the end of the backstretch, there's the contact, and Brack's car up into the wall, virtually splitting in half. And here is the shot now from the end of the backstretch. It's a crash very reminiscent of Davey Hamilton's accident here a few years ago, in which he sustained very severe leg damage. The catch fence keeping the car contained inside the racetrack, but still resulting in a lot of damage to the car. Hopefully no, at least life-threatening injuries to Kenny Brack.
He's running back in the 10th position currently.
Yeah, he got out of the pits, was pretty far back, and just really has kind of run where he came out. He hasn't been able to pass anybody, hasn't really been...
And we have a big-time crash on the backstretch. Looks like that it is Davey Hamilton involved, along with Sarah Fisher.
Got together. Let's see what happens as they...
Schrader
blew his
engine.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Everybody was a victim of circumstances right there. It wasn't anybody's fault. When that engine let go, Schrader couldn't do anything. Hamilton tried to go to the outside to miss him, but got caught up and into the fence.
Boy, he took a ride, Larry.
Yes, he did. And you can see that oil was just everywhere. Hamilton just barely clipped him, but boy, he backed into the fence very hard. Almost gets upside down. He hit that wall a ton, and Sarah Fisher just got into the debris.
For the rain to stop and the track to dry, let's flash back to one of the most memorable moments. Remember Jim McKay calling the first lap of the 1973 event?
Branson takes the base car off the track. He should get the green right now. Doesn't look like a repeat of last year's start. No, it's a good one. And here they come. Bobby Unser going for the lead. Johnny Rutherford right alongside him. Rutherford down low, but Bobby with a terrible crash to the home stretch. There are several cars involved. We can't see the numbers, but it's been a bad crash for the start. It was in the middle of the field somewhere. Terrible thing. Explosion. This is what everyone is feared. This is why there's been such a terrible atmosphere of fear here all weekend long. Conjecture that it might have been salt water, but watch. There's a car going, starting to the right. Right there, and look at this. Incredible explosion. Fuel spraying out over the spectators in the first few rows. That could mean real trouble. And the explosion, and like a pinwheel or a garden sprinkler, all the fuel is being sprayed out of the car. That could be a good thing for the driver if he has survived this crash. The car upside down, coming to a rest. Another view of this from a head-on camera. And again, you will see how the cables inside this screen are the only thing to stop this car from flying into the crowd. There, watch now. The screen itself is completely destroyed. The cables flinging him back out on the race course upside down, and again that fuel spraying on the crowd. That's a matter of great concern. And here, that pinwheel effect. The alcohol-based fuel spinning out of the car upside down. Another car, Lee Koonsman, I believe, number 16, barely missing the crash. It's Salt Walther, who is under the car. Terrible, terrible accident on the start at Indianapolis.
Here comes the red machine, the Lucas Oil entry of Canada's Robert Wickens.
Oh, that's going to be tight through there.
Oh,
Early touch. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's Robert Wickens. And his teammate is into him as well, James Hinchcliffe. That was ugly. That was frightening.
Big, big impact. That was a very scary accident.
On the inside here, there's Hunter Ray braking sideways, and look at that. Wickens just climbs over the 28 and up into the fence.
It was a vicious impact. That is the fastest part of the racetrack. You know, you're wide open, two cars contact, and the angle at which they darted off into the wall and the fence was severe. So certainly we're thinking and hoping for Robert Wickens right now.
Very gusty out here in turn 2 right now. Really gusty.
There's traffic just ahead now. So traffic is going to enter into the equation here very shortly. 16 laps to go. Pruitt grabs the wall. Got a little high. Back through the inside.
I told you the gusting was really bad. You just can't help it. The wind just all of a sudden came up, and I'm sure that's what got Pruitt. Oh. He just came through there, and you can just see almost hit the whole wall sideways, or hit the car sideways right almost even. The rear end was out just a little bit. It's just a gust of wind, I'm sure.
He tried everything he could to catch it. Once he got the wall, he was totally out of control. Cut the gearbox off the back of the car as well as the rear suspension, and did some damage to the fence there.
In the yellow car coming around turn number 2. And oh, we've got an axe. Sneva is on the wall. He goes into a terrible slip, and we have a fire. The engine is ripped from the back of the car and comes tumbling across. A.J. Ford was right behind him. He was able to avoid it somehow. But Tom Sneva is in the car. He's moving around. He's trying to get out. An incredible accident on turn number 68, Tom Sneva. There is fire. Sneva can't seem to get out of the car.
As they go into turn 1 there, you can see they're going into turn 2 even as they go through there together. Somehow they touch. Now you see Sneva in the blue car low down, and he actually goes into what I would call a classic open wheel racing car action. It climbs over the front wheel of the yellow car, of Rasmussen's car. This is a type of accident that can occur. It seems to be that Tom Sneva was in the inside line. Rasmussen stayed parallel with him, but look at that car slam against the wall, burst into flame, the car disintegrating as it goes through. The suites there, the people very close to the accident, the wheels are coming off, the engine is ripped off completely. What an accident. It looked to me as if these two cars tried to go through turn 2 together. I don't think it was Tom Sneva's fault, but I can't honestly say that it was Rasmussen's fault either. The yellow flag is out, but it looks to me as if it was just a standard motor racing accident. They're still getting Tom out. He's standing up, Keith. That's a miracle to me.
Incredible.
What a lucky young man this is. He's walking.